with Nousha. I'm Nousha, a former climber of the corporate ladder turned lifestyle entrepreneur. Each week, I'll bring you an inspiring message to support you in designing and creating a vibrant, fulfilling life. Thank you for joining me today. Now let's get started. Hello and welcome to Vibrant Living with Nousha. I'm Nousha and I am really excited to be here with you today to share how I went from dating skincare lines every 6 months to being in a committed long-term relationship with the one. So this is a warning for those of you that love your skincare line, you're happily married, then this is probably not the best episode for you. However, for those of you that are out there looking for a line in which you can commit for the long term, then I know you'll have a lot of value listening to this episode. So I'd like to start with sharing my own story, my own skincare dating adventures, and share with you also some of the guidelines that I discovered later on when I met the one, and how perhaps those can support you. Okay, so I'm gonna start with my skincare story, and my skincare story dates back to my teens when I was going through puberty, and as many teens had acne and was looking for solutions in order to decrease the acne and the zits and all kinds of things that happen at puberty. And I was directed to use Noxzema. And now today, as I look back, I can see that, you know, there weren't a lot of other options. However, what Noxzema did to my skin was it actually dried it and it created extra oiliness in other areas. Because before that, my skin was great before puberty. And so as I went into my later teens and early 20s, I started to slowly develop what's called the T-zone, and I had combination skin. So I had dry cheeks, and then I had the T-zone that was oily. And so every time I would go and look for a good skincare line, I would look for something that would help with this. And every time I'd go, people would say, you know, the person at the counter would say, so what kind of skin do you have? Is it dry? Is it oily? Is it combination? And I would share that it's combination, and then they would give me the correct grouping of products to take. And so I was excited and thought, okay, this is going to be the product line that I can stick with. And unfortunately, what started to happen is within 6 months, I started to, at the beginning it was great, and then within 6 months, I started to see the T-zone appear again and the dryness in the cheeks. And so it's like these skincare lines would just wear off until one day when I had the opportunity to meet the one. And I didn't know this at the time, and it was a bit different than all the other skincare lines that I had ever met. And that was that I was told that there is no variety of skincare lines for different kinds of skin. And I was educated about the fact that our skin is made of hundreds and hundreds of trillions of cells, and that each cell actually needs to receive certain nutrients. And when that cell is receiving a cocktail of antioxidants and nutrients, then it will perform optimally. And just like, you know, a baby's skin, it's just like so pure and pristine. And that's how our cells are meant and designed to be. And so I was open. I was learning some new things. I was hopeful. And I was so impressed. After just 6 weeks, I saw visible results. And as time went on, I had no more T-zone. And to this day, I do not have an oily T-zone, nor do I have the dry cheeks. And instead, what was promised actually happened, which is that my skin went back to being balanced, like when I was very young before puberty. And I have been so delighted about this. It's you know, for many women and also for men. You know, skin is really important, and our face is what we show to the world. And so I've been super happy, and you know, I joke that I'm in this long-term committed relationship. I'm married to the one. And for those of you that are out there still looking, be it a man, a woman, or even a teenager, I highly recommend you look into the line that I was introduced to, and you can find out more by going to NoushaBehbahanian.com under the resources section under Vibrant Body, and you will see more details there. And if you are interested, send me a note. I will send you some more detailed videos, because what's beautiful about this line is it's constantly being improved and updated based on the latest information. Now, there are 4 main things that I absolutely love about this skincare line. And number 1 is that it is pure and clean, and it has no added chemical preservatives, which is super important, as I learned later on in life, that we want to make sure we keep our toxic load low. And if you listen to episode number 30, Vibrant Living with Nousha, you can listen on iTunes, and if you don't have iTunes, you can go to YouTube and listen to the episode there, episode number 30, where I talk about the toxic load. And so I'm just delighted that this line has no added chemical preservatives, and it's been like 10 years or more. It was 10 years or more in the making in terms of finding a product that can act like a preservative. So it's super awesome. And then the other thing, number 2, that I really love is it's pure and it's clean, and it also has anti-aging properties in it. And so you find a lot of lines that are pure and clean, but they may not have a lot of the anti-aging properties, and I love that. So it's nourishing, protecting, and renewing my cells on a daily basis, and I really, really appreciate that. Okay, and so tip number 3 is I love that it's unisex and it's simple and it's good for the whole family. So, you know, there's no dry skin, oily skin, combination skin. It's one skincare line. And I love that. I love the simplicity of it, and I love sharing it with friends. And that brings me to the 4th point. What I absolutely love is the price point for the value that I get. And this extraordinary product, the price point is jaw-dropping. And so I invite you to learn more, and who knows, you know, you may have a similar story as me and fall in love with this skincare line and be committed in a long-term relationship, and also share your story about finding the one. So I trust that for those of you that are out there looking and just disappointed and still looking, that this episode has made a difference for you in just opening the door to a new possibility. And if you can think of anyone that this episode can serve, then please do share it. And if you have a line that you've fallen in love with, then do share with us on our Vibrant Living community. Would love to hear more about your line. And until next time, friends, be vibrant, be bright. It's your birthright. Now, let's go out there and shine our light. Thank you for investing this time with me on the Vibrant Living with Nousha podcast. I'm so glad that you joined our conversation. If you would take 2 minutes to positively impact someone's life by sharing this episode, that would be wonderful. Please leave us a review by visiting iTunes. Let us know what you enjoy and what you'd like to see more of. It will support us on our journey to causing a worldwide epidemic of vibrant living. Until next time, be vibrant, be bright. It's your birthright. Now, let's go out there and shine our light.